what I saw. What you see? I saw win, not a draw. That's a lead. If the fam ain't up to, that's a flaw.
On this episode of Molding the Clay podcast, we're diving deep into platonic relationships. Get ready for real conversations, fresh perspectives, and powerful insights to help you shape your journey. Let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to Molding the Clay podcast, where we discuss everything relationships. Y'all, we are on season 2.
Let's go. Season 2. It has been a minute, y'all.
Yes, it has.
It has
How
been
long
a
it's
minute.
been, baby? Like a year?
It's probably been a little over a year.
Yeah.
A little over a year. The people been missing the relationship conversations. They've been hitting us up like, when are y'all coming back out?
Yeah. And we've had a whole lot go on within this year.
We sure have, baby. You put out a book.
Yes, I
Tell
did.
people
I am
about you.
finally an author, y'all.
Yes, a published.
I am a published author, honey. You can find me on Amazon.
Hey.
Yes, y'all. Y'all can find me on Amazon. I will announce that book at the end of this segment. But yes, definitely check that out.
And we also became relationship coaches as well. We got our certification in relationship coaching, so that's been going great.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a little thing behind the scenes.
Yeah, we have, and it's looking really good.
It is, but we are so excited to be back and kick off season 2.
Yeah, and we have an amazing guest for y'all today.
Yes, we did. Y'all know when we came back, we had to come back.
Had to come strong. We had to come strong.
I'm excited about that. That makes me feel really, really good that I'm your first guest
Yeah.
Absolutely. And y'all,
after your hiatus.
and let me just tell y'all how the energy flowing in this room before we get started.
Tell 'em.
We all pulled up and we all got on green. This was
Not playing at all. Not even a little bit.
We came around the corner to greet our guest, and we seen our guest, and we said, "Wait a minute, we all got to say, come on." That's how you know the
Yeah.
energy
That's
is
how it-
flowing.
Yeah.
Y'all.
So you know it's about to be a good conversation.
Because we gonna dig deep. But before we get started, y'all, I have the great pleasure and honor of introducing our first guest of season 2 of Molding the Clay podcast. My dog, my family, my mentor, none other than Tip White. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling honored that y'all had me as the first guest. You said a year, 2 years?
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah,
But it
it's been almost a year.
sounds like you were on a hiatus for a reason. For
We
a
were.
purpose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You wrote your book, got your
Got our
certification. Mhm.
and now y'all
Yes,
back.
man. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we back.
Yeah.
We back.
Stronger.
The people been waiting, but we had some things we had to do in the time frame that we were off. We took a little break to get those things situated and to push those things. But everybody was like, "When y'all coming back? We want to be a guest. We need to get on the show."
Yeah, because we definitely feel like we have a purpose. This is what we feel like. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
We've been together for 13 years. We feel like we have a lot to share and offer to people, certainly in our community,
And let me
to
just tell you,
believe in long-lasting relationships.
and let me just tell you, we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit around this
No.
camp.
Hey, don't sugarcoat.
At all.
No.
I'm about to
We
say something.
we don't sugarcoat shit. Look, hey,
Can I ask a question?
you sure
You
can.
sure can.
I commend y'all. That 13 years is a very long time.
It's hard, honey.
It come with its challenges, but
It is hard.
And I do have somebody that I talk to off and on, and she's not even in the community, and she might have saw maybe you comment on my post, and she just been admiring y'all. I'm like, oh, appreciate that.
marriage is hard work. That's why I think that's why it's our passion, because we don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how we help people get through stuff. Like, if we have an argument before we come to the show, when we get on the mic, we just had an argument in the car, y'all. This is
So
what we was
did.
talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't help somebody without being your authentic self.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And see, that's one thing about it, because some people will sugarcoat it and make it seem like their relationship is so perfect. And it's not, because there's no relationship that's perfect.
Yeah.
And how you gonna give somebody advice and you're lying? About
transparent.
Yeah, you got to be very transparent about things. And I feel like that's where we are different and where we have a lot to offer, which is one of the reasons why we became relationship coaches. So, we just want to help the people.
And so, Tip, you doing big things. You doing real big things. So today we want to talk about platonic relationships. So when you hear the word platonic relationship, what does that mean to you?
So to me, a platonic relationship, I may think of like my friends, or maybe, a little something I'm dating, but it's platonic, but we kicking it a little bit, but it's not sexual.
Right.
We building a bond, know. But it's always been with feminine females.
Okay.
I do have some, masculine individuals that I'm cool with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's always been like my two best friends are both feminine, straight women too. I have a lot of straight people in my circle. So that's why I consider platonic.
So let me ask you this. Do you find that to be hard when it's someone that you would typically date? So let's say it's not a masculine presenting woman, but it's a feminine woman. Do you find it hard to have platonic relationship with feminine women? Do they end up catching feelings? Do you have to separate certain things?
Because that happens.
That does.
Yeah, that happens. So for me, it always was happening in the beginning, and then you'd be like, oh, no, we just need to be cool.
After you get to know them.
No, see,
After they get to know me.
he said it's the other way around. That's that Leo energy right there. That's that big Leo
They get to
energy.
know me. They be like, you crazy now. We just gonna be friends.
But Leo energy is good energy, though. It's
Extremely
that's
good energy.
Tauruses and Leos.
But we a little crazy.
Yeah, we are, but it's all right.
A lot of goddamn going crazy. Y'all crazy as hell. So, platonic relationships, I feel like sometimes can be a challenge, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if somebody's coming into it expecting to have something with you, and then you put them in a friend zone, how do you kind of move past that?
I don't think I ever friend zoned nobody.
I mean, I've friend zoned a few people in my lifetime. It's not hard. Certainly, if you're not really feeling them.
It's not hard, but I think the reason why I never friend zoned anybody is because I always start out. If I'm gonna be in a relationship, we start out as friends.
Well, that's true. Well, sometimes everybody don't start out.
I was about to say.
Well, see, the one I did, it didn't work.
So, but when you go into it starting off as friends, though, do you have like sexual desires or sexual attraction?
Yes.
So that don't put it as friends then, because you going into it with expectations like I might,
and you don't set no type of boundaries.
No boundaries.
You just go with the flow.
Don't talk. Just go with the flow. And see, I think that's why. And okay, so since we out putting it out there,
Right? Come on.
I typically date straight women.
Okay.
Me too. Oh.
So it's just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? You can't pressure them. Then they be like,
Yeah.
you gotta, ease your way in it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a segment within itself, because that's always been I think my wife was the
smooth with
first
that.
woman that I've ever dated that was actually a lesbian woman. You know what I mean? Because before her, it was all straight women.
And how'd you feel about that? Because lesbians don't like that we date straight women.
I don't care.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that type of stuff don't bother me. I go with the flow or whatever. So so you said that you don't put no type of boundaries or nothing on your relationships or anything like that. So you talking to somebody, y'all hanging out, and y'all getting to know each other, and she tells you, okay, in your mind, you're thinking that you're just friends, right?
In her mind.
And well, you thought it was in her mind, but then she decides to come and say, well, I've enjoyed our friendship, but I kind of want something more, and you're still not there yet. You're still in that friend zone.
See,
what's gonna happen with that?
I'm more the aggressor. I don't think I ever had nobody come.
Well, what if they did?
Really?
I watch my prey and then I pounce. I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. You pounce.
You got me fooled, because I didn't see you as an aggressor, because you always so chill.
Yeah, I'm.
You know what I mean? I guess
I don't think I ever had anybody just like do me like that.
But what if you did?
If I did,
Would it turn you on?
probably not.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I don't like aggressive women.
Probably not.
You don't like
yeah,
you like me to be aggressive.
Because you're not aggressive. So every blue moon, if you want to be aggressive and be like, baby, I wanted this, that, and the other, then that'll turn me on, because you're not an
And got
aggressive
married
person.
now. So it's probably different.
Yeah.
In the beginning. You saying in the
what?
beginning.
Tip, I thought you just said, and I'm married now.
I saw your face.
What did I miss?
And
So if a woman walked up to, if your friend came to you and said, I want to fuck,
Ooh.
just flat out and said it,
so
you gonna turn you. It's gonna turn you off.
probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not ladylike.
Yeah.
The hell?
No.
It might not be ladylike, but she's telling you what she wants.
But especially if you don't see her in that light.
True. But and two, I had to have a mental connection. But I guess if you have a friendship,
Same,
you have that
same.
mental connection.
yeah.
You have to have that mental connection, that bond. That it's just not. It's different. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
So have you ever had a platonic relationship with a friend that turned into more than just a friendship?
Yeah, because I always like to start any relationship with a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
How did that work out?
Well, they not here.
That'd be my fault, though. I ain't even gonna lie. But still.
Well, how you know it be your fault?
So I feel like I haven't, what they say, commitment issues.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Mm,
I'm not sure. I think I get bored
I can see that.
and I just be like, okay,
Have you
on
ever
to
had
the
your
next.
heart? Have you ever had your heart broken to cause that though? Commitment issues.
I don't think I had my heart broken. I've had my heart broken before, but I don't think that's what caused the issue.
So you don't know what caused.
I don't know
that.
what caused the issue. I need to come sit on y'all couch and tell me what caused the issue, you know?
So do you think
Get to the
you'll ever
root
be
of
able
this.
Let's
to-
get
You
to the
think you'll
root
be
of
able to
this.
move past that though? Do you think if the right one showed up?
I'm
So you don't feel like you're ever gonna have like a serious committed relationship?
I've been
to where-
married.
Well, yeah, I know that, but like again,
I don't ever want to get married again.
okay. Are you disappointed,
I
babe?
am.
Oh,
But
okay.
But why?
But that might change.
because I think it will change.
That might change.
Because you a lover girl.
No, I am.
I know you are. You a sweetheart.
Most Leos are.
Yeah, you a sweetheart. So I just feel like the right one hasn't caught your attention yet. If you get the right one with the right qualities and possess everything that you would like in a woman, in a partnership, an actual partnership, I think it'll be different.
So to that, the person that I was telling you about, I've been off and on with her for about 4 years.
Okay.
She's straight.
Okay.
Well, she thinks she's straight.
Well, clearly she's not straight.
She ain't not straight. Look, she's not straight.
She's
But
a little-
yeah,
You said she a little
diagonal line.
like that. But so we've been off and on, and that's my best friend.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we homies. We lovers.
platonic.
It's platonic right now because we back on,
Okay.
but we've been, taking it slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I said she saw y'all. She just so in love with the Clays. She's like their relationship,
That's
just
so
seeing
sweet.
this and that.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
All my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight the Taurus.
she's like, I want to be like them. I'm just like,
Oh goodness.
but if I did, she would be the one. She is the one.
Ooh.
She okay.
Yeah.
She is
Look,
the
ma'am,
one.
Yeah.
You heard it here on the Bone to Play podcast. You are the one.
Yeah.
You know who you are, ma'am.
Yeah, she knows who she is. If I did, she would be the one.
Okay.
And some
I
people,
like
but
that.
to that point, some people don't understand why she would be the one. But
Why
it ain't
would
for
she?
nobody to understand but us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
You just said a lot without saying a lot. You
Yeah.
just said y'all got a friendship, you know what I mean? Things like that. And when you build a foundation on loyalty and trust and different things, and you know somebody got your back,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's a friendship because at the end of the day, you could take love, sex, all that away.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta have something to stand on, and that's
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I'm happy to hear that. That
I
made me
think
smile.
to answer your question, why people, thank you, I appreciate that. Why people feel like she might not be the one is because she is straight. Like they feel like I
Well,
should
she's
be,
not
but-
straight. She's straight adjacent.
Ooh.
that part.
I like that. That's a new little phrase you just came up.
Straight adjacent.
She's straight adjacent.
But so my friend's like, oh, she might still want to go back to be with a man, or you know how
Yeah.
How they-
Yeah.
people think and how that go.
Yeah. Well, you can't worry about what people think.
Oh, I don't think.
Well, I know you
Yeah,
don't
I
care.
don't
But,
Yeah.
you can't worry about that because people
Yeah.
are always going to have something to say, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
I am too.
I hope it works out.
So have you ever confused a platonic friendship for a relationship? Or have you ever had somebody that you had a platonic friendship with confuse it as if y'all was in a relationship? Like start tripping out on you. Like, what you doing? Who is that girl? You know what I mean? When y'all was like just friends.
Nah.
No, because you set no boundaries.
Yeah, I'm
You
about to say, I think my energy, they know. Ain't nobody about to check me about nothing. Nah, that ain't going down like that.
That's that Leo, baby.
It is.
You said I'm at the age of my life to where I'm going to make it clear what I want.
Okay, so when you say age, I'm 48. Let me think back.
You look good.
Oh, thank you.
You do, girl.
Thank you. Let me think back to my younger years if I ever had some situations like that. Maybe. I just don't remember. I'm sure probably. And I'm like, nah, I cut it short.
Right.
Like if they do come at me like that,
Yep.
I put them in their place real quick.
That's good. It's good to have them boundaries first hand. Because people are going to some friendship. You compliment somebody or try to help somebody.
Now you think you like they wife and y'all moving in together and they pulling up in the U-Haul.
I never had. The only time I had that situation was with my ex-wife.
Really?
I ended up getting married. Jeez.
Wow,
that was my first situation like that.
Yeah. and it was it platonic at first?
No,
it wasn't. You went in knowing that's what you wanted.
Yeah. No. Okay. So about you went in like you do. That's what. No. Yeah. I don't know why I married her, but okay. I know why I married her. Because my friends were on me about you need to settle down. Because once again, I don't settle down.
Okay.
You need to find someone that is a lesbian. You need to settle. So I felt pressure. I wouldn't say pressure. I felt like, okay, I'm getting older. Yeah. It's time for me to settle down. Like I start, when people in your ear, you start thinking about
like
it.
pressure, though.
That
is a little pressure.
Call it a little pressure.
Yeah, it was a little pressure.
It is.
Because I'm a leader and can't nobody peer pressure me.
Yeah.
But if they in your ear and you constantly hearing this from your friend. So she came along, she act like she was like 100 with me and had my back and my ride or die and this and that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to marry this girl.
How long into in relationship before you decided I'm finna marry her?
Oh, maybe I was the U-Haul.
Ooh. Wait, time out. You proposed or she proposed?
I proposed, but I'm saying maybe I'm the one that was moving fast.
She put that thing on you. That's what it was.
It was probably like 6-7 months, like seven months.
That y'all got married? Or you proposed?
That proposed.
Okay.
Yeah, that proposed.
Okay.
And we got married in the year. We met in like April, May, June or something like that. And we got married in April, May, June. So it was a year in.
Okay.
And then a year in, we was divorced.
Oh, why you gotta say it like...
It's okay. It don't always work out. It's all right. It'd be the second
okay.
one. It'd be the second one.
Oh, see, y'all pushed. Yep.
The second time around.
Are y'all pressuring me?
No, not at all.
Okay. From experience.
Okay.
The second time around.
We both been married before, so it's always the second time
this
around.
Is good to know.
Second time around, because the first time you get to see what it is that you do not want. You know what I mean? What it is that you're willing to accept, how you can grow. Because it ain't always somebody else's fault. It's about how you could grow, what you took from that situation. You know what I mean? To prepare yourself to be better, so that when God blesses you again with the love of your life, you're ready. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. So to that point, one reason why I pushed for the divorce. She might say she did. You know how girls are. But one reason why I did is because everybody's like, work it out. Yep, I'm like, nah, I don't want to look up 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Done wasted 5-10 years working something out.
Still going through the motions.
With somebody that I know. It's just not a good energy.
Yeah.
For me.
So do you think next time around, and I'm speaking that to existence, do you think next time around, do you think there's a certain period that somebody should wait
to get married?
To be able to see who that person is fully?
So with her, no, I don't believe that. Because with her, she had on her representative all the way up until we got married. Everybody's like, why you married her? I said, I promise you, she was not that.
She was good.
Yeah.
She did everything.
But when we got married, I guess she thought we was locked in. And I couldn't get a divorce. Oh, I couldn't get a divorce.
That's what they...
I get a divorce. So I think that I've seen relationships where they got married in a month, 2 months, and they still together 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So, like I said, just the right person. So, it got to be that right person. And I wasn't her right person. She wasn't my right person. But she may be with her person now. They may like what she has to offer. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And sometimes things don't work out because, and you can still be friends. Like me and my ex-wife, we the best of friends. She the best of friends with my wife too. You know what I mean? So sometimes you're just meant to be a
Just
friend.
So I am friends with some of my exes, but that one, when we got a divorce, it was during COVID, and so we was on camera, Zoom, court. I ain't seen her since. Ain't heard from.
Well, do you
ain't
miss your
talked to her.
friend? The friend
We
aspect
wasn't
of it?
friends.
Oh, that's right. Y'all jump straight to it.
Yeah,
Straight to it. Let's do it.
So I don't even miss it.
But had
It
y'all
ain't
been...
even- and she's negative, and I'm not a negative
Oh, yeah,
person.
yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
like that kind of. That's why I wanted a divorce. I'm not that type of person. I ain't like that energy.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So that's not something I could even be a friend with. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I don't miss it. But
But
that's
do you
the last
think-
time I seen her.
Had y'all been friends in the beginning and established that foundation, it would have lasted longer?
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, let's get into this. Kind of bring it back just a little bit when you stated that you was a leader. So let's get into this group that you have going on, that you have created. Let's get into
this group, and that's what I was gonna say.
what is it
But
then?
no, to that point, I just said today, I was talking to G, the younger young lady that just joined. I'm like, is this a group? Is it a community? Like, it's kind of hard. It's like I don't even have no
trying to
name
figure it
for
out.
I'm part of the family.
A family.
'Cause that's what we are. We a family.
Yes.
But I think leading into platonic relationships and friendships, and I'm gonna let you speak a little bit about this, because platonic relationships leads to like friendships. It talks about friendships. As well. And in our community, a lot of times it's so hard for our community to get along with other people who look like us. And when I say us, I say masculine.
us.
So Tip, and I'm gonna let you talk about it. This is your baby. So y'all, Tip is my mentor. Tip been mentoring me for about how long now?
What we in March?
Almost
Might be going a year.
Almost a year. Tip's been mentoring me almost a year. So I used to tell Tip all the time, like, Tip, you ever thought about mentor? You ever thought about doing this? Tip be like, nah, And then one day she hit me and she was like, I'm starting a mentor program. You're going to be my first mentee. And I was like, yes. You know what I mean? I was excited because a lot of times we don't see stuff in ourselves that other people see in us. So when you was like, yeah, I'm finna start mentor, and I was like, amazing. And you've been doing an awesome job at that. Y'all, so Tip started a mass presenting group. And what it is more than a group. It's a community now because the thing has grown tremendously. So, and Tip did this all offer of her story because people don't know your story. And who better to tell your story but you? So I'll let you tell the viewers your story and why you started this group and things that you've been through that you never want to see anybody else go through. And that's why you started this support group.
Yeah. So is it a group? Is it a community? Like a family? Like if I'm talking to someone else and I want to bring them in, do we say group? Do we say community or family?
I say community and family.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So you are absolutely correct. I never wanted to be a mentor. I didn't have the time to be a mentor, but I was mentoring people just on the side, not even knowing, just out of conversation. You know, they taking what I'm teaching them or guiding them and running with it.
Right.
And so that's when I said, you know what? I done mentored all kind of people that don't even know it because they always call me and thank me and appreciate. I'm like, hold on, I am a mentor. You are. I said, Clay said I was a mentor. I should be a mentor, and that's why she was my first mentee. I was like, you know what? I might as well go on full blown.
And she was excited, honey. Just tell you.
I definitely was.
I was excited. And the reason why I was excited, and this is how the community or group came along, is because we look alike. And other people that I mentored were, like I said, my people were straight people, stuff like that. And I had straight men, straight women, and I felt like we connected and we bonded. And I can actually tell you my story and can relate.
Right.
We related with each other, right? So one day I was like, "Oh, we're gonna do a vision board." The girls always got their vision board.
Yes, we do.
Y'all always got your vision
We
board
always
party.
got our thing.
Yeah,
We do
always got
parties.
their vision board party, right? So I said, we need our own vision board party.
Facts.
That might be the first of its kind. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think it is.
Okay, first of its kind. The vision board party. That's what kicked the whole thing off.
And let me tell you, Tip laid out the red carpet. She
Yeah.
leaving out details. She had a serial entrepreneur Snoop there. She had Big Sexy there.
Yeah,
She just had us in a room, and she also had us all bring clothes to donate. And I'll let her tell y'all about all of that with Tip's Closet.
Tip's
Man, it's
Closet,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I felt like I can relate to people that look like me and vice versa. They can relate to me.
Yeah.
And like you said, a lot of people don't know my story. I was in and out of juvenile. I've done 3.5, almost 4 years in prison. But looking at me or seeing my success now at 48, you don't know where I was the first half of my life.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
This the middle half because I got a couple more halves.
Yeah.
Do you have?
I do. I get about 4.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know where I was when I was younger. Facade, she called me Peanut.
Yep.
That Peanut was
That's that nickname right there.
Peanut used to be Peanut.
Peanut was
Crazy.
Peanut.
Yeah. So Tip, I rebranded myself. You know, I became a different person. When I moved to Atlanta, I had never been to Atlanta. Didn't know nobody. My first time in Atlanta and was like in awe. All these black people.
Yeah.
All these lesbians. That's why I moved to Atlanta.
Facts.
Everybody,
people moved to
they're like,
It's the gay mecca.
that's why the gay mecca. I was like, I'm moving to Atlanta, the gay mecca. That's exactly what I said. I ain't know nothing about Atlanta. All I knew was gay mecca and real estate. That's why I also wanted to start my real estate, right? 2003. But I didn't know how hard it was going to be as a felon. It wasn't like that back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get a place to live. I can get a job.
Right.
But moving here, and I never lied about it. I was very transparent about I was a felon.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I marked, they say, the little box.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
still on applications because I ain't filled out one in a while. But you know,
Right.
hey,
You a boss.
that part. Hey, you've been a felon. Yeah. Boom. Right. And they like, oh, you can't get a house. You can't get an apartment. You can't get a job. I'm like, wait a minute. What am I doing wrong here?
Right. Yeah.
Because I've always been honest about who I am.
Yep.
And so then I learned you can't be a felon in Atlanta.
Shit. Anyway.
So that I'm homeless. I was living off the money because I did own a house. My mom made me buy a house because she's like, you run around with these brand new cars and stuff like that. You know how Leos are. And you went living in an apartment. So I had a house. I sold my house and I was living off that money. But I couldn't get no place to stay. So I was homeless. I ain't know nobody here.
Yeah.
I'm living in my truck. I had my truck. I'm living in my truck, living in extended stays. And extended stays cost more than an apartment.
It sure do. Yep.
So it was just hard for me. And I think now I finally posted something probably a couple of months ago with my mug shots.
It was
people
amazing.
was
Yeah.
able to relate to me. They like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
She ain't the person we thought she was. She's not that goody two. No.
Yeah.
I am now.
Yeah.
No.
Look, I've changed. That's your
Yeah,
testimony.
I know I have, but I used to be somebody else, and that's what I tell people that I mentor, like even you. I wish I had a me when I was younger.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
because I'd be a millionaire, multi-millionaire, if I had a me.
Yep.
And I want my mentees to surpass me because I didn't have a me
Yeah.
when I was
And
that
that's a
age.
blessing.
Yeah,
It is.
That you even want that.
Yeah, no, I want them to surpass
Because a
me.
lot of people look out for themselves and they don't want to see nobody else do better than them.
I want my mentees.
My
to
motto
surpass
has always been when you make it to the top, when I make it to this, I'm sending that elevator back down and get whoever want to come up there with me. You know what I mean? And get them the skills to
Most
do it.
definitely. So in one of our one-on-ones, I told you, I said, whatever you learn from me and I teach you,
I got to teach them. That was
I
one
did.
thing. I got to
Yeah.
teach somebody else.
see somebody
Yeah.
else.
I love that
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
I just be wanting to be a fly on the wall at y'all events sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Closed off to y'all films.
And the reason why is because I feel like if you ladies were in there, we wouldn't be able to
As
be
comfortable.
so open
Yeah.
and transparent and bond because they be
that
Yeah.
vulnerability in that room.
That's important.
that vulnerability in
Yeah.
that room. Boy, you can hear a pin drop.
yeah.
when we having our time. Yeah.
And it wouldn't be like if you were in there, we'd be chest out. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Not smiling, nothing, just hardcore, not talking, you know. So that's the reason why I chose not to have the ladies in there, because I feel like we're able to be open, and we've had two events.
So we had the vision board. We had studs on ice. Y'all, if y'all could have seen us on the ice skates, we did studs and ice on Atlantic Station. You got somebody from Detroit, Michigan. A couple of us. We trying to ice skate.
There's a few of y'all.
Y'all should be used to the ice.
That part. No. So, and I'm gonna show that video. I'm probably gonna give y'all the clips and y'all can throw it in there. So I was teaching them how to do it. I'm like, y'all do like this. And when I tell you, my group, my community, my people, my family, they was listening to everything I was saying. They was like, they shaking their head. They like, yeah. And as soon as I was like, come on. Blue, 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 blue.
It was so much fun though.
I saw y'all huddled together though, trying to skate together.
That part.
They trying to hold each other up.
I was holding hands with somebody. Like, who hold hands with? And then we did the brunch.
The brunch was amazing.
And then this next week we got a dope event.
Dope.
Where we doing we having content.
So it all turned out from the vision board. We talked about our visions, what we want to do professionally or as far as entrepreneurships, things of that nature. And then the brunch, we talked about mindset, your image, being confident, and self-love.
Self-love was a big one. Heavy on the self-love. That was a major thing. Yeah.
Self-love.
Heavy on the self-love.
Yes. And so bringing that together to the next event, and ladies are welcome this time. It's because
I'm looking forward to it.
Outing. It's bringing that all together as far as like your professionalism, your image, who you are, having that confidence, being in front of the camera, because everybody's not confident with being in front of the camera. So it's kind of like bringing it all together. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
That's gonna be amazing. That's just giving people another self-love tactic to be able to look at some photos and be like, dang, I did that. That's me on that photo. Because those are small things, but they're big actually. Because you get ready to do somebody might say, hey, you got a headshot or you got photos or this, that, and the other. So just you having that mindset tip to say this is something that they need, especially us entrepreneurs and business owners, this is something that they need to be able to get ahead.
Yeah. And what brought after the vision board, it was kind of like I was dating somebody. It wasn't working out. And I felt like, you know what? I really enjoy pouring into people that look like me. That platonic relationship.
Yeah.
And the reason why I was able to do that is because I love myself. And I'm in a relationship with myself. And I had that self-love. And now I don't need that side. I don't know how to articulate it, but I don't need that.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Because when you have really good people in your corner.
That part.
The best of friends, and you have that bond with somebody. 9 times out of 10, a relationship is not even really needed all the time.
That part.
Because you have that. You might not have the sexual aspect part of it, but you have everything else.
You got roses and stuff for that.
You are absolutely correct.
Order a rose.
Yeah.
A bullet.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I'm like, hold on. These all doing bullet. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. No, they do.
I mean, you know, hey.
And I said that at the brunch, but y'all all looked at me like I was crazy.
No, I did not.
You didn't.
In our one-on-one, I could just hear the passion behind it. We talked about self-love, and Tip said, she was like, all these years I thought I loved myself. She was like, it wasn't until, I think you said this year or last year.
A couple of years
last year. She was like, I really love myself now. Like self-love, it hit different nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't think I really love myself. I think I was just stuck on myself. I was just like feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? You can be feeling yourself.
Yeah.
It's like how you can be feeling a girl.
Yeah.
But you don't really love her. You just feeling on her, you know?
Yeah.
So I think I was just feeling myself.
That's a different.
Yeah.
Self-love hit different.
But then when I love myself, don't nothing matter. When I say nothing, absolutely nothing.
Because it takes a long time for somebody to actually love themselves and know that they love themselves.
It does.
Because I'm like you. I just started loving myself. Because I didn't know what that looked like. What does it look like when you love yourself?
And that was a question I had. How do you know you love yourself? Are you still just feeling yourself? No, that was the question that I had. I said, how do you know when you love yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a deep question.
That is.
People need to start asking themselves that question.
Yeah. Do I really love myself?
Yeah.
Or am I just saying it because I'm supposed to love myself?
Yeah.
You know, I watch on Facebook and Instagram and how people are just like spazzing out or something going crazy about a relationship or this or that. And I'm like, they don't look like, and I might be wrong, but that kind of tells me because I've been there and I don't judge nobody.
But facts.
It's because I've been there. And I know when I was doing stuff like that, it's because I didn't love myself.
Yeah.
That's deep right there.
Yeah.
That's definitely deep.
And you have a lot of built up frustration and anger too. And sometimes people don't even know that they're angry. It's everybody else's fault.
Speaking of self-love and people being angry, we went to go get the kids. Where did we go? McDonald's.
Why you gotta put my business out in the street?
Hey.
It wasn't you, but this is the moment. We was at McDonald's yesterday going through the drive-thru. My wife was driving my big pickup truck, right? She turned in McDonald's, right? And it was a lady, you know what I mean? She was going out as Tiana was turning in. And I guess the lady wasn't paying attention to what she was doing, so she was on Tiana's side. So the lady rolls her window down. You need to learn how to drive that truck, B. And
now, why she called me out my name?
God ain't done working on my wife yet. See,
he ain't down with me.
I'm down with you. Okay.
I would have just act like I ain't even here. My wife brought her window down, and I don't even know what you said. What did you say to her?
I said, bitch, fuck you.
And I said, Tiana, and this
now I'm thinking that she done pulled on out the little McDonald's parking lot and went out about her business.
She's still there.
Look, the lady is screaming to the top of her lungs, like everybody looking around at the drive-thru. Tiana didn't put her middle finger out the window while the lady, because I'm like, baby, chill, baby, chill. Evidently, this lady ain't got nothing to lose. We got like, chill, baby, chill.
And she pulled up behind me.
She put up like not behind us because we in the drive-thru by the order, but she pulled up like, you know how we could park by the door right there. She was like, and she wanted, get out the car, B, get out the car. I said, are you serious? This is what.
So let's talk about that. You never know what people going through.
Thanks.
You don't know what she going through.
And that's why I told Tiana. I was like, baby, she might pull out.
Because you never know what happened to her that day.
Facts.
You don't know. Yeah, or not even that day. This year been going.
Yeah.
So you never know what was going through her mind.
Tiana didn't care.
I'm about to say, but you
didn't know what I went through that day either.
But that part. But sometimes we got to give people grace.
There you go. She did good though. Now she didn't do like 100% good. She did about 85%.
85. Okay, you almost there.
Because she stopped yelling. She stopped going back and forth with it. And she just stuck her middle finger out about the window.
Because my anxiety had got on 10 at that point. And when my anxiety flares up, there's no telling what Tiana gonna do.
Yeah. And first of all, you don't want nobody disrespecting you.
Right.
Like you gonna just automatically.
It was the reflex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, had she got out the car and said what she said, and baby wasn't in the car with me,
I'm just thank God I was in the car.
I'm glad
I was in the car.
Yeah, I'm glad you were.
I'm so glad I was in the car because I was like, she is really mad over a turn into people.
But that probably wasn't what she was mad about. Is what I'm saying. You never know.
She had a dude in the car with her, so he could have probably, not put it on the dude, but you know what I mean. He probably could have picked.
So did he say anything?
No.
I said she can't. I said, who does she got in the car with her? Because I would be like, you tripping?
Yeah.
Chill out. We got our food. Let's go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it didn't work out that way.
Self-love.
Self-love.
That's what we need to go for. Self-love.
Self-love, because when you operating in self-love, you don't allow small things like that to bother you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We at McDonald's. That's the place for kids and happy places.
Happy places and happy meals.
So Tip, what do you see? What's next for you? What do you see the mass community and family doing? What do you see Tip doing? So what's next for you?
So I want to back up. As far as like the mass community, I've been having people reach out to me from all over different cities.
Yeah,
they like, we need this here,
right?
Because we typically don't like each other.
If that's true,
we typically don't talk to each other. But why?
Yep.
that's self-love. I ain't got time to be beefing with somebody I don't know. I don't even want to beef with nobody that I know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I really want to expand it. Mm-hmm. We grown in 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
We started in like 20 people. Looking up now, it's like 52 people.
Mm-hmm. Active.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say, active. And I have a genuine relationship, platonic relationship, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep, platonic.
But, you know, if you do, you do. But
you said, ain't no stud.
No. But I have a genuine relationship with each and every person.
That's good.
Like, it's not just like a community where, oh, let's just have a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of followers and likes and views. I don't
There's
get
a
off on
purpose.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and that's funny because my mom said that. She said, this is your purpose. This is your calling. They call me, they text me, they want one-on-ones with me. I done been taken out to lunch so many times and dinner in the past. And I'm liking this. Because I'm used to being that one, but you know, and just having
good to be
enjoying. Like I was at the gym one place one time and at dinner and lunch this time. So I'm really enjoying these relationships, these platonic relationships with you all. Yeah. But I do want to expand it into other cities. Take it into like Detroit, St. Louis,
Chicago,
Kansas City, Chicago, Texas.
Yeah. Because it's something that's needed. It's something that's definitely needed. And let me tell you, we show up and show out for everybody.
Yep.
Like if you got something going on and you drop it in that group, we show up in numbers.
That part.
Yeah.
We show up in numbers. And that means
I love it though.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
I'm still to this day amazed about our connections.
Yeah.
And I even at the brunch, everybody was talking to each other. I'm like, they talking to each other like they know each other.
Like we know, like we family.
What are they talking about?
And
They talk
that
like
does
talking,
not happen.
communication. Like they just like really holding full blown conversations.
Yep. It's so dope.
You
it's
gotta
so
be proud.
amazing. So I'm giving you flowers too. We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much. You don't even know like the culture shift that you're elevating in our community. So we definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, I love it.
So tell the people what you got coming up next, what's going on, and where they can find you on all social media platforms.
So what I got coming up next is the content day. It's photo shoot for not just my mass presenting individuals, but also the ladies can come. You can find me at Elevate with Tip on Instagram, Tip White on Facebook. I have a TikTok, but I kind of don't be on there. I'm getting there, y'all. And like, just tap in with me and check me out. And check out the group. If you are mass presenting or a mass individual, lean in, tap in with myself, Clay. There's a lot of people in the group. You can send us a DM if you don't know me, if you know her, whoever, like talk to us. It's okay to talk to us. We are approachable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We appreciate it and we enjoyed you.
I enjoyed y'all.
We appreciate you tapping
This was
in.
amazing. I really enjoyed this conversation.
It is definitely needed. So we keep doing what you're doing. Keep being a motivator and a pillar in our community. We appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all tapping into the Molding the Clay podcast, season 2, episode 1 with Tip White. We're gonna let y'all go, but y'all already know our motto: keep God first in everything you do, and He'll elevate your path like no other. Until next time, y'all. We out.
Bye.
Life lately, no, can't fake.
Make sure y'all tune in next Friday to the Molding the Clay podcast, episode 2. And trust me, y'all don't want to miss this conversation.
Mold is clay. Let go. Wiggle, what I saw. What you see? As I win.